Hey there, welcome back to my channel Libby Builds. My name is Aaliyah and we are back with another speed build. So happy Halloween for those of you who are watching this on the day that I post this video. Today is October 31st, Halloween. And yeah, so we're kind of finishing off October with one last kind of spooky type build. I will say that I'm limited on my packs for spooky style. I don't have spooky stuff, I don't have vampires, I only really have Realm of Magic, so I am limited, so bear with me. I used a lot of Island Living here, but I used a lot of Journey to Batuu. I apologize. I hate that I have to apologize every time I use that pack. I just feel like I have to just because of how much people hate it. But yes, I use Journey to Batuu. They have really good rocks, and you'll see I put a mountain in the back of this tower, so that's why I use this pack. I obviously use lots of Realm of Magic, just because the sim that lives here is a witch. And other packs. I used Eco Lifestyle also a fair amount. There's plenty of other packs I used. I didn't really restrict myself, but I didn't use every single pack I own for this build. The list of all the packs that I used will be in the description below, so check it out. I always put, or almost always put, all the information about a build into the description. So you'll see like the lot type, the cost of the lot, what packs I used, how many bedrooms, what size lot. I usually forget to include which lot I put it on, but sometimes you'll be able to see that too. But this one's just in the Realm of Magic world. Yep. I don't know the name of the world. I can never remember it when I need to. But for this build, I made a witch's tower for a witch that I made. I am not doing a create a sim video for her, but you can see her just standing in front of the lot there, and you can download her off the gallery. Her name is Kari Granger, and she's a witch. She's a young adult. She's got, just to describe her, she's got like, I don't know. She doesn't have pale skin, but she does have whiter skin, I think. I can't really remember. She's got like gray hair. I don't know. She's just a sim. She has an interesting style. She's got like comfy clothes and then also more witchy clothes. I think she's a good mix between modern young adult and like witchy young adult. And that's kind of what I was going for with her. But you can find her in the gallery as well as this build, the Witch's Tower. And so she lives here. So this sim that lives here, Kari, she is a witch, like I've said like 4 times, but she is like, her traits are loner, genius, and I can't quite remember her last trait, but I think it's something, it was good at one point, and I'm not 100% sure if I changed that or not. And her aspiration is one from Eco Lifestyle. Actually, I wasn't feeling the vibe of giving her the spellcaster aspiration or the potion aspiration. Like, yeah, she can do that, but I think by now she's not like maybe she already completed those 2 aspirations. I don't know. Whatever story you want to tell. But I have her using the master fabricator, or I can't quite remember if that's the right wording, but it's like the one that, the master maker, I think it's called. I knew it had the word master, but master fabricator didn't sound right. But yeah, so she has the master fabricator aspiration, and so my story for her is that she is a sim who has all these grand ideas about fixing the world, and she wants to use a mix of magic and science to kind of bring about change to the world. But she's also like a loner, so she kind of hides away in her tower and does all these experiments and testing and fabricating. She hasn't quite cracked the code yet, but yeah, so no one knows she's even trying to do all these things. The neighbors all think, wow, there's a scary tower there and someone we never see. Like, they're scared of her. And if you look at the screen right now, I'm doing some landscaping, but there's like a tombstone from the Realm of Magic pack right there. And so she puts that there to kind of scare away the neighborhood kids and the teenagers from breaking into her tower, because whenever there's a scary place, there's always like that one group of teenagers who thinks, ooh, I'm gonna try to break in there, as like to show that they're like so cool, you know, like I'm so cool. But yeah, so she puts it there to kind of scare them away and hopefully keep them away. I don't know if it necessarily works. It might make them want to come even more, but she does have that there. No sim actually died in the process of this build. That is just a prop that she puts out in front of her house to hopefully scare away other sims, because she just really doesn't like dealing with people. She just doesn't. Maybe things will change. Maybe like she has had some trauma in her past and she doesn't want to see anybody, but maybe she's kind of growing a little bit and would want to experiment with meeting other sims in the future. But that's up for you to decide if you are to download her and her tower. That's up to you to decide. But yeah, like I said, I'm not doing a create a sim video for her because I didn't use any CC on her and nobody is really interested in watching my create a sim videos, so it's not worth it for me to post it. I also didn't record it. I was about to say I quickly made her, but honestly, she took me so long. So long. I always am like, oh, I'll quickly make a sim, and then it's like takes forever. I don't understand it. Like, I really don't. I really don't. But yeah, this is her tower, and so people are just kind of scared of her, but she's not a scary sim. She's actually a really nice sim, and just no one knows her, and so people fear the unknown, and she happens to be the unknown in this situation. So she just kind of hides away in her tower, and she comes out now and then, and everyone always just kind of looks at her and goes, oh my god, who is that? Is that witch? Oh my god, ah! Or something like that. I would imagine. I think she's the type of person who would put a spell on herself to make her look old and scary so that people would fear her more, just so that she wouldn't have to talk to them. But I don't know, maybe one time she goes out in her young adult look and people are like, whoa, is that the witch? Wow, she's not actually that scary. And then they get to know her and she's actually a really nice person. And maybe that's how she comes out of her little box. But once again, that's your story for you to decide if you were to download her from the gallery. And so now we are inside of the build. And I'm just working on her kitchen / living room here. She doesn't have a dining room. She doesn't have people over ever, and I think she'd be pretty comfortable eating her food on the couch. So I didn't give her a dining room or even any chairs for the island that she has. So that's kind of, she doesn't need it. I don't think she does. She can just eat her food on the couch in front of the TV, or maybe she's a workaholic type sim and she wants to bring her food with her out to her lair and eat there while she's working. It's probably not good to mix science / magic with food, just because maybe it's a little toxic at that point, but you do you. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm not a witch. Or am I? Also, I just wanted to address for a moment, as you can tell, there's no face cam on this video, so you just get to hear my voice instead today. I took a shower this morning, or like an hour ago, and my hair's still wet, and basically I'm not camera ready, but I wanted to have this video up because today is Halloween and I wanted to have this video up before Halloween is over. And so yeah, I had to just kind of get this voiceover out of the way, and so you don't get to see my face today. But I don't know, maybe that's okay with you guys. Maybe you guys hate seeing my face, but actually it would actually be kind of interesting if you guys could leave a comment down below letting me know what your feelings are with voiceovers. Like, how do you feel about voiceovers with or without video, and do you guys actually enjoy videos that only have music? Because I personally don't enjoy watching them. I'll watch like 3 minutes of a video like that and then I'll get really bored. I think I just really like listening to the person talk. Even if they don't necessarily talk about the build, it's just something to listen to. And it's kind of like podcasts, like just listen. Well, I don't actually listen to podcasts, but I know a lot of people do, so I'm trying to be relevant here. But yeah, I don't know. I find that I watch a video either to the full length or at least 3/4 of the way through if someone has a voiceover. And if they don't, I might not even make it a quarter way through. Depends on the video. As if it's a video that I'm just like really interested in the build and it's something totally out of the box and I'm just really interested in it, then I think I'd make it through a little bit further. I think it's when it's like a basic family home and there's no voiceover. It's like, okay, I can just look on the gallery and look at it myself. I'm here for the chat, I guess. But yeah, leave me a comment down below letting me know kind of what your feelings are about that sort of thing, because I know so many people have other opinions. Like, you may love not hearing people talk, or you may love not seeing my face. But I don't know. People also always do like face reveals and stuff, and people love those. They're like, oh my god, your face. I didn't have a face reveal because my very first video was like a face cam, so I've always used face cam. I think if anything, there's probably 1 or 2 videos on my channel that don't have face cam, and now 3, I guess. Because this one doesn't, but I'm not camera ready today, guys, okay? I'm not. I didn't really want to put makeup on. I'm just not in the mood. But I am in the mood for the voiceover. I'm not like in a bad mood or anything. I just didn't feel like putting my face on camera today. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah, this is her little living space. There's a lot of chairs. Like a lot, considering she spends all her time alone. I don't know why she has so many seats, but I don't know. I didn't really know what to fill it up with, to be honest. So I just put a lot of chairs and couches and stuff. I think maybe she's kind of like a cat where she like goes from chair to chair and changes like every month or so. I know that's what my cat does. She like chooses a spot and sits in that same spot for like a month, and then all of a sudden she just like changes and you're like, I never have ever seen you sit there, and now you're sitting there for like an entire month. So that's what she does. So I'm kind of imagining that's kind of what the Sims vibe is like, just kind of sitting everywhere all the time. That's what I imagine anyways. But you'll notice that throughout this build, the tower space is kind of covered in vines on the floor and like crystals. Like you can see there's a bunch of crystals by the gnome on the ground there. And there's gonna be a bunch of plants kind of lining the floor as well. And the story behind this is that because she is so interested in kind of magic, fabricating, and kind of just figuring shit out. And I think that what happened is that she had an experiment, and the experiment went kind of wrong. Shit happens, right? And so she ended up covering her entire tower in vines. So I imagine she did this spell trying to figure something out, maybe try to grow her individual plant a little brighter. Maybe it was slightly dying and she was like, okay, maybe I'll try to breathe some life back into this plant. And then all of a sudden there was plants covering her entire house, and she's like, ah, shit. And she hasn't quite figured out how to reverse that spell. So that's why there's a bunch of vines kind of covering the floor of the house. Obviously, if you download this build, feel free to delete those. I just kind of wanted to add that little flavor to give her a little more personality and story, and just kind of be like, yeah, she's a witch, but she doesn't always do everything right. Like, she kind of messed up. So yeah, you'll notice that there is some downstairs, but I think I cut that footage. I didn't see it, so yeah, I guess I cut it. But you'll see, at least here in this little office space, that there will be a bunch of vines covering the floor, and yeah, and also all the gems and stuff. So yeah, she messed up bad. But you can easily fix it. I think it would take you like maybe 2 minutes to delete all the vines that are just unnecessary. So like, I'm pretty sure your sim can't walk through it, but they're from debug, so I didn't test it, but the like vines that I put on the floor from the debug menu, so I'm thinking that maybe your sim can walk through it. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that. I did not play test it. Even though I had a sim on the lot, I didn't play test it. I just like was so tired when I finished this build. I always put myself through big builds and I'm like, oh, exhausted after it, but I had to get this video done. Like, I had to finish this build. I was building it yesterday and I was like, oh my god, I have to get it done because I need to start editing it so that I can do the voiceover so that I can post it tomorrow. And yeah, so I finished editing it this morning, and you know, obviously I'm doing the voiceover right now, right before I upload it. So yeah, it's currently like almost noon and I still haven't posted the video. So I feel like my videos have been kind of going up later and later, and that's not intentional at all. I just have been busy, and like sometimes I'll finish a video and it'll be like 3 and I'm like, should I just wait for tomorrow or should I just post now? And sometimes I'll be like, whatever, I'll just post it now. I would really like to get a schedule because everyone always has schedules and I don't, but honestly, like with school, I just can't stick to the schedule because just with group, I have so many group projects for online school. Like I have to work in the groups so much, and like that's fine. They're great people. They're very nice, but they take up a lot of my time. And I would really prefer if my classes were all asynchronous, but a lot of them are synchronous. So that means that like I have to actually be in the Zoom call instead of just watch it on my own time as a recorded lecture. And I really would have preferred if they were all just recorded, to be honest. That's just kind of, I feel like I would be able to have a schedule at that point if I had, I don't know. I wish I knew what like Kayla Little Simsy did, because she would post videos every single day and stream every single day, and she was in school. She's not in school anymore, but I'm just like so curious on how she did it. Like, how is your mental state? Like, I can't. I like try to get 2 videos up per week, and I'm kind of aiming for Wednesday and Friday. Let me know in the comments if you think these are bad days to choose. I'm kind of thinking Friday is not a great day because people, I find, don't watch YouTube on the weekend, which is weird. You would think that's the time that people would spend to watch YouTube, but like, I don't know, it's weird. What day do you guys watch YouTube? What day should I post? What time should I post? Everyone's in different time zones, but I'm in the Eastern time zone. So for reference, if you do feel like commenting, that's where I am. I'm in Canada, in Ontario, Eastern time zone. So same as like New York, Florida, and whatnot. So yeah, let me know kind of what days you watch your YouTube. I don't even know if I'd be able to answer that question. Like, I have no idea. I just kind of watch it whenever I have time, and I always add everyone's videos to my watch later so that I don't like miss them. I'm really struggling right now, guys. I'm really busy with school, and I was trying to get a part-time job for a long time. I know I'm kind of rambling, so I apologize, but I was trying to get a part-time job for a while, and I can't even imagine how busy I would be with a job during school and trying to do this YouTube shit. Because I love doing the YouTube. It's really fun, and I get really upset when I don't commit to what I said I would do. Like, if I say I'm gonna post a video today and then I don't, I feel really bad, but it's like sometimes I just don't have the time and I just can't do it, or I need to take the break to like watch a TV instead of playing video games. And by video games I mean The Sims. Or sometimes I want to play another game just to take a break, but I don't have, like, how do people have time in the day? My days are 24 hours long. Are your days like fucking longer than that? Because how do people have time for this shit? I'm sorry, I've swore a lot in this video. It's just, that's my mood right now, I guess. I don't know, man. But I hope you're enjoying this build so far. I haven't really been talking about it much, but I tried to make it like dark yet magical yet plant. And I don't know, I didn't want it to be like, I don't have like the vampire pack or like Strangerville or whatever, so it's kind of hard to like do. I'm not sure if you just heard that, but my cat just meowed, so I apologize if you heard that like distressing meow. She just has like the ugliest meow. It's not, she's not distressed, she just sounds ugly, but she's cute. She's not ugly, she's cute, don't worry. But she's a crazy cat. Oh my god, I feel like my brain has been everywhere. What was I talking about? I don't know, but here's this shed that leads into the lair. The kind of entrance to the shed is just like a little garden area. It's not very full. She's not actually like a florist or anything. She just kind of has it there as like, here, look, I have a bunch of garden stuff. This is what I do with the garden stuff. I make flowers, yep. Just to try to hide her lair a little bit, even though she has a wide open door. I didn't even have like a door, it's just an entranceway, which I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. And then here in the flooring in the lair, I really like it. I did like the bricks, but I like alternate the pattern, and I think it looks really cool. It's like a weaved kind of pattern. I think it looks really cool. Let me know if you think so too, but I think it's pretty cool. And I just wanted to say that when doing screenshots, basements are just impossible. I'm like pissed off about it because I had to like copy or save each of these little rooms for the basement in my library and then put it on a new lot and then move my sim there so that I could go into I could click tab so I can go into to take screenshots. And I had to go through all that. But you know what I did? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. When I moved my sim out of this lot into the lot that I was gonna put all these rooms in to do the screenshots, I forgot to like click the button where it says sell the furnishings. Instead I said keep the furnishings. So she brought every freaking item over with her, including all the mountains and everything, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't save it to my gallery yet. So I had to go back and look through my save files and try to find the right one that had the right save, that had the finished product before I messed it up. So that was a process, but here we are, all the magical items. We got some eco lifestyle items as well, just to spruce it up and give her more activities. She does have an eco lifestyle aspiration, so that's why that's there. I tried to hide the fabricator in the corner because it doesn't fit the vibe, but whatever. But I hope you enjoyed this video and you aren't too bothered by my ramblings. I did ramble a lot, but I hope you enjoyed this build, and you can download the build and the sim off my gallery, Libby Builds, and I hope to see you in my next video. So bye bye.